addicted to colorful, sugary breakfast cereals? This video will show you the dangers of eating that type of food. Take control away from manufacturers that are ruining our health. This is a bowl of toxic ingredients that has absolutely no natural nutrition in it. Cook the old-fashioned porridge that's good for them. Research says yes, boxed cereals are very bad for your health. But what makes them so harmful? Way too much sugar, behavior-altering dyes, and a lot of other magic chemicals that make them addictive. Doesn't that sound really scary to you? By the way, stay tuned for some delicious replacements. Colored cereals are especially damaging to the body, and even more so in the young, developing bodies of children. Cereals designed for kids are especially full of poisons. Colored dyes made from harmful chemicals. More about those in a minute. Super high amounts of sugars or other sweeteners. Unhealthy preservatives. Too many vitamins and other fortifications can be unhealthy. And let's not forget those pesticide residues. Would you believe cereal manufacturers are using the same high-powered techniques that tobacco companies used before they got sued? At first, lawsuits against tobacco companies failed, but then the states, like the state of Mississippi, sued and won. They sought damages for all the health problems and deaths that were being caused by tobacco. When the smoke cleared, plaintiffs were awarded over $365 billion. When Texas joined in, they got over $15 billion to cover healthcare costs. San Francisco recently filed a record-breaking lawsuit against 10 mega manufacturers of ultra-processed foods. They want to be reimbursed for all the health expenses that they've been having to pay in the last few years. They're fed up and they don't want to take it anymore. Remember that movie? They are seeking restitution for all the healthcare costs that are caused by ultra-processed foods, especially breakfast cereals. Food dyes can do a lot of damage in kids. Hyperactivity in the class is very disturbing. And of course, inattention is a no-brainer. Allergies, gastrointestinal distress, and they mess with genetics. There's a news story below of how one mother stopped buying dyes and it stopped the behavior problems in her boy. I've heard other happy stories from mothers like this. It seems like a small thing, but it works to get rid of the dyes. So now that you've tossed the cereal boxes, what do you do? What do you have for breakfast? Dress up some old cereal ideas and try some new ones. Cooked oatmeal. It's warm, it's comforting, and it keeps you full for a long time. Oats are processed in different ways, and some are better than others, but some are just about the same. The main oatmeal processing varieties on our shelves are steel cut, rolled oats, and instant oat. If you want to avoid sugar, don't pick the instant variety. Wow, look at that sugar. The one in the middle has almost a quarter of what you should have all day long. Diabetics and people with liver disease do not need that much sugar. The ones that take the longest to cook have the lowest glycemic index, meaning they are better for people with diabetes and type 2 diabetes. And from what I understand, there's not much difference between the quick cook and the regular variety, so I'd go with the quick cook. But if you want the chewy goodness that's in the regular variety, just put them in water the night before, and then they only take 5 to 10 minutes to cook. After you dish up the oatmeal in the bowl, top with some delicious fruit, berries, nuts, anything that looks good. Surprise! Quinoa for breakfast? Make up enough for 3 or 4 days and keep it in the refrigerator. Save time. This is white quinoa. Comes in different varieties like red or other types of seeds. Quinoa is really a seed. A few months ago, I found some Canadian quinoa at grocery outlet. It was really good. That's where I got the idea to use it as a breakfast cereal because that quinoa cooked up really mushy. This type kind of separates like rice, which is fine, but the mushy kind really tasted like porridge. Quinoa needs to be rinsed in order to remove a slightly bitter taste. I do about a half a cup because that'll give me about 3 breakfasts. You wash it. Add 3 or 4 times the amount of water. Then I just put it on the stove with a lid on it. Depending on the type of heat setting used, it takes about 15 minutes.
Add a bit of salt.
One of the things that will add nutrition is to put in some chopped apples. And what goes good with apples? It's cinnamon. Apples are really good for kidney disease, and cinnamon is great for your blood pressure. Just let that simmer until all the water is dissolved. My quinoa is ready. I'm going to put some in a dish for breakfast, and I will put the rest in a refrigerator dish to have for the next day or two. I grabbed some blueberries out of the freezer, and I'll put those on top. Let's add some walnuts and some almond milk. And I'm ready to go. This makes a really yummy, hearty breakfast. Here's the grand finale. It's a multi-layered, delicious quinoa bowl. Watch me put together a quick quinoa bowl. Join the cause to toss the box. Let me know what you're going to toss and how you're going to do it. Get on board, tell your friends, and above all, cook fresh for your family.